y'all. We are back. Welcome to BMD, Better Marriage Daily. I'm Sean.
And I'm V.
And this is a podcast in which we explore ways where you can learn how to love each other in spite of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Loving each other in spite of each other.
Yes.
It's a lifetime thing.
Very much so.
It's a lifetime thing.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, we I don't know how long this is going to be today, but we're going to just jump right on in it. We're going to jump right on in it. We're going to start off like this. What do you do when you're being charged for a conversation that you didn't have?
Mm.
And now let me explain that. So me and Vanessa will be like talking about stuff, right? And then she'll say, but you said so and so and so and so. I said, when did I say that? When we talked about it. When did we talk about it? We talked about it. I know we talked about it. No, we never talked about that, baby. Never. So I would tell her, look, you must have had this conversation in your head or something. I don't know. Oh, then she get mad.
With your sisters or somebody.
Yeah, but you talked to somebody about this, but it was not me, right? And I'm talking years. This is years, right? But because, like we talked about it earlier, because she's all, hardcore, right? It's not going to be, she ain't going to be wrong. That's the next one. I'm about to be wrong. That's the next one. And then we be done for the day. That's the next one. But for this one, right? She's had a whole conversation in her head. Mm-hmm. And I'm responsible for the conversation that she's had in her head.
Right.
Now, my perspective is we're talking about something and then she's mad. You know how whenever you go to sleep and you have a dream and you wake up and it was so real that you still mad when you wake up? That's how our life went a lot over the first, 17, 18 years or so. Because she'd be mad at me about stuff that she had a whole conversation in her mind with my voice going against hers. And I'm asleep or I'm somewhere else. You want to talk about that, baby? Want to talk about that? So how did that work?
I don't know.
What made you realize it? So I mean,
what is it? It's 2023 December. So what made me realize it is when we were getting the house renovated in 2020. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about something. I don't know what it was, and we were held up in the one room because the whole house.
Talk about that.
The whole house was like in just disarray. It was.
Tell them about how we got there.
Oh, because of the hurricane. Because of Hurricane Laura. So we went a little over a year, with our home damaged. And
how many hurricanes we go through?
We went through 2 hurricanes in 2020, 6 weeks apart. So finally we were able to get our, things started, the repairs started on our home. And at the end of it, we were relocated to 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. And that was a very stressful time for the both of us, and especially me, because I like my house a certain way. And we
established that. Things have a place.
Yes, things had a place, and there was no place for anything.
And everything was out of place.
Everything was out of place.
Yes, absolutely.
And so we were talking about something. And he was like, well, when did you tell me that? And I was like, I told you that. And we were going back and forth with the conversation. And I realized that I had not had the conversation with him. It was conversations that I had in my head.
Ooh, say that again for the people in the back. Say
conversations that I had in my head. I was supposed to talk to him about it, but I had not. So I realized that I did a lot of that.
So you just thought I was being a smart ass when I was like, girl, you just talking to yourself.
Or you weren't listening to me.
Yeah. Oh, really? You were thinking that?
Yeah, I was thinking that. Because you had a lot going on. You have a lot going on.
But
Like,
I mean, but all
yeah,
17
but
years, 18 years, you like thinking I
oh
just
no,
wasn't
no, no,
listening to
no,
you?
no. Then, so I don't know. It came to me. I was like, oh wow, I guess I've had a whole lot of conversations in my head, more conversations in my head than I've had with you. You know, and it was, it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
It was hilarious because I was like, wow, like you really you're in your head a whole lot, and so that goes with what we talked about earlier, about me not being a talker, a
Yeah.
conversationalist.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm having conversations in my head. I don't verbalize them a lot, until I feel like I have a whole lot to say, you know. But yeah, I came to that realization in 2020 that I have a whole lot of conversations, more conversations in my head than I have with you, my husband.
Ain't that amazing?
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I got charged for it all like I was there.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You did. You did.
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. I know.
Charged me for something that I wouldn't. I couldn't even charge to the game.
Wasn't privy to.
Because it was all, oh man, it was bad, y'all. It was bad, y'all.
It was bad.
I mean, like I'm in the doghouse. Somebody even say. I mean, because I say some stuff. Now I ain't gonna, but I take my lick.
Yeah.
If I say something, I take my lick. But bro, I didn't even say nothing, and was in the doghouse. Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. So how many of y'all, have conversations in your head that you thought you had with your spouse or your significant other?
You meant to have with your spouse, and you realize you never did.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, when you start having these conversations and going back and forth about it, you be like, you know what?
Which brings us to the whole conflict issue. What do we argue about the most? And, okay, let's do it in sections. When we first got married, what did we argue about? Then in the middle period, the middle passage.
The middle passage.
Yeah, in the middle period, what did we argue about? And then now, what do we argue about? So what was the
first at the beginning? It was do I have to put them in order? Because I don't necessarily. I think they were like neck and neck.
It was constant, whatever.
Yeah, it was constant. It was sex and money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the middle passage. I mean, I can't say that. No,
you cannot.
And in the middle time.
What the temperature of the house? What? What?
Well, that's always been that's all. I think
that's one thing too.
The temperature of the house has been constant.
Constant.
For different reasons now, but yeah. So and so what do we argue about now?
I don't know. We don't argue a whole lot right now. We don't argue about money. We don't argue about the kids. We don't argue. You tell me.
You see that? Did y'all see that look? Nah, we don't really argue.
Okay,
but let's just go from the beginning, right? So in the beginning, it was money and sex, right? So our way of arguing in the beginning, it was never knockdown dragouts.
No, oh no,
it was never knockdown dragouts. It's just conversations,
disagreements.
It was disagreements, and we used to call it heated fellowship.
Right.
We used to have heated fellowship. But I mean, our arguments were never that, people who know me would think that we would have arguments because I don't let stuff slide.
Yeah, that's not true.
But in my household, I let stuff slide a lot.
Yep.
I let it slide a lot.
You did.
And
you do.
Because I don't want my house to be argumentative. That's just not what I wanted. So as a consequence, I wouldn't argue, but we would have a constant conversation going on.
Right.
So let me see. I can't read this stuff. It says and then in the middle time, it was more so still about sex, not so much about money. But when we have heated fellowship, because we never really argued, but when we have heated fellowship, how do we resolve?
Oh, we talk now.
No, when we did.
Oh.
Do you remember?
No. Tell me.
This is another thing. When you get somebody who done changed their life and become a different person, they act like
All things.
they act like they forgot
All
everything in
things
the
are new.
past.
All things are new.
No, you don't get to all things are new. All things are made new. No,
Ooh.
cast
I
those
know, I'm
things in the
just-
sea of
I'm just-
forgetfulness,
I'm
huh?
just kidding. Yeah. But some things I don't remember because man, it's it's been a lot.
I'm the one that was traumatized. I'm the one that's not supposed to remember. You know what I'm saying? But you like, oh no, I was different back then.
Mhm.
I was different back then. That
I'm
was
like, who was that? It's like now, looking back on it, I'm like, ooh, who was she? Like she had some stuff with her.
Mm-hmm. She was a woman trying to work it out.
She was, and I've been doing that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things I love about you is like you will work it out.
Mm-hmm.
You will work it out. So the thing we argued about in the last 5 years was you not taking accountability when you were wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
See, there's no elaboration when it's that hard.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Yep. Mm-hmm.
No, you're right.
Elaborate for the people.
I can't because you're right.
For the people who are like you.
You're right.
What's going on in your head that just won't let you say my bad?
Probably winning. You asked the question.
I wanted to know.
You asked the question.
I wanted to know. Yeah.
The competitiveness in me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is. I can't tell you for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just speculating because I
Yeah.
just haven't really gave it that much thought. But yeah, probably that.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, and again, I'm on the factual, and she's on the emotional side. Nope. I ain't gonna lose. You ain't gonna make. I'm not gonna. And I'm just like, look, because see, for me, I dealt with it for a long time, and I was like, bro, I'm modeling it for you. I say my bad when it's my bad, and then we move on because it's not gonna break us up or nothing. You just moved it, and I watched you. But you trying to gaslight me into believing that I didn't just see you do what I saw you did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, because she's my boo thing, my love, my everything, because that is who she is to me, I take that personal when she would do that. Because I'm like, I see that as you lying to me.
Mm-hmm.
You are
I can see
lying
that.
to me. And I trust you, but I was like, man, I don't know if I can trust you to tell me the truth if it's gonna make you look bad.
Yeah, I see that.
And I would come against that with everything I had. I'm like, no, absolutely not. No, you're lying to me. Why am I lying? Because you're not telling me you did this. This is your, not your fault, but you did this.
Mm-hmm.
Can we at least and she would employ what I like to call circle arguing. Circle arguing goes a little something like this. Hey, baby, have you seen my computer? No, I haven't seen your computer. Okay, well, it was on the counter, like right here. It's just me and you in the house. I didn't move it. Sean, why you always come me talking about I moved things? I didn't move the thing. Why would I move the thing? I mean, I cleaned up. I cleaned up. But I ain't touch your computer. Baby, it was on the counter if you cleaned up, and you clean up really well. And this is how I'm talking.
Yeah.
I will do this until I get to that point. And when I get to that point, I blow up. But I'm like, look, babe. I said, babe, come on. Just say my bad. Where is it? I don't know, Sean. I ain't touch your computer. I don't. Why you think I touch your computer? Because you cleaned and it's gone.
And I can tell you cleaned.
And I can tell you cleaned, and you just admitted that you cleaned. And when you admitted you cleaned, you said you cleaned everything, but you didn't move my computer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, babe, just say you don't know
I
where
don't
it's
know.
at. Okay, well, I don't know where it's at. Did you move it? Nah, I ain't move it.
And then later, well, maybe it's possible that I did. I don't know. I just was moving stuff. I was getting stuff out of my way.
And I say that. I go, you know how you get.
Yeah.
What you mean you know how to get? You can't say I
Yeah.
do. And she's arguing
Yeah.
on the fact. So the circle argue goes like, baby, did you move that? Well, no, I cleaned. Did you move it? No, I cleaned. And I moved the phone. And I did move the phone. I moved the phone over there. But I didn't touch your computer. But did you well, no, Sean, why I cleaned. So why you we start going in the circle. We start going in the circle. But was it blue? No, it was yellow and green mixed together. It was not blue. Just so that you wouldn't say yes and agree with me, we go all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know what? You know what's a testament to the fact that you hadn't done that in so long that I can't even give a great example.
You
of that
cannot, because that's not a good one.
That wasn't a good one.
It's not a good one.
I just feel
no, a whole computer. Come on.
I failed miserably on.
Now paperwork,
Same thing.
receipts.
Same thing. I just said computer.
Yeah, I know. I know why.
Because I'm breaking it down to the ridiculous.
Yeah,
A computer
that was ridiculous.
A computer is a big thing.
Big thing. Yes,
but the paper is the same size as the computer and takes up about the same amount of space. Documents on a desk. You want to talk about that? You did you remember one particular?
Oh no, I've done a lot of that. I can't tell you specifically because it's been a lot.
Because you said documents.
Because I clean up a lot.
Yeah, like I'll be like, hey babe, what am I supposed to? I don't know. Why you ask me?
But what have I learned though? What have I learned about moving things? What I do? What I've been doing lately?
Oh, lately you've been asking.
What is it? And
Yeah,
I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna put it in a. I've even gone to the point of where I put it in an envelope with your name on it and show what it is. And hey, it's going in the hall closet at the top of the shelf if you're looking for it.
Right.
Come on.
That's on the documents, but anything else? A fight come with that. A fight come with that. You know, I gotta get a good circle argument. I gotta get a good circle argument. We start talking about, hey, you said you were gonna go to the store. I don't know. I don't have a good
that means
one.
Don't do it.
I had a good one.
Don't.
You're getting off easy. Circle argument. But anyway, it's basically what circle arguing is you start right here. And then when I'm talking about the computer is right here, no, it's not. The notebook is right there. But we're not talking about the notebook. But I'm talking about the notebook because it's right there. It's on the counter. But we're talking about the computer and it's right here. But I'm not worried about that because the microphone was next to the notebook on the table. But what about the computer that was 5 feet from it? I don't care about that because there was a pen in between the notebook and the tablet. And it's just a never-ending cycle of whenever I back you in a corner on something and you won't admit to that being wrong. So then you argue about something else. And that is the most frustrating thing for a person who is not a circle arguer.
Mm-hmm, I'm sure.
That is the most frustrating because it's not even an argument until you don't want to admit. Mm-hmm. Now it's an argument.
Yeah.
Now it's a heated discussion. Now it's a heated fellowship because I feel like you're lying to me, you know, and you finally understood that. And then you started saying my bad.
Yep.
And I'd be like, my bad. Now, first my bad came really trifling.
Then you thinking I was just trying to appease you and it wasn't. I'm like, okay, we've been talking about this for years. My bad. No. But it's true. Like,
so
okay,
the people saw
my
you
bad.
say that. The people saw you say that.
But I'm saying my bad. Okay, we've been having this discussion for years. Okay, my bad. Mm-hmm. As in, you got me.
Right. But you see how she put that first?
I didn't mean anything by that.
No, but you would say, we've been talking about this for an hour. My bad. But you don't mean it. Yes, I do. We've been talking about it. Did you go? We've been talking about it for an hour. I get it. Mm-hmm. My bad. Mm-hmm. You won't just say my bad. You go, yeah, you've been talking about it for an hour.
Yeah, I get that part.
You gotta, You
Yeah.
won't just let it be.
I see how you can see it that way, but that is not how
Yeah.
in my mind it came. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just it's about intention for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that wasn't my intention.
But you got to get your lick in.
I wasn't trying to get my lick in.
It's subconscious.
Probably so.
I'm telling you, it's subconscious.
Yeah, because it's not conscious.
Because your face through it. I mean, we've been talking about it for an hour and a half. So yeah, my bad. And look at me like that. And I go, really? What? You wanted me to say my bad? I said my bad. I'm like, I didn't want you to just admit that it's your bad. I want you to admit that you're bad, knowing that it's my bad. Well, Sean, we've been talking about for an hour. You showed me how I was wrong. You've shown it. You pointed out over and over and over for an hour.
My bad.
So my bad. Now y'all tell me in the comments whether y'all would feel like that's sincere.
It was sincere.
I didn't say that. I said whether you would feel like it was sincere on the other end of that.
Watch in the comments.
I'm gonna watch in the comments. We're gonna look at these comments for sure.
Watch in the comments. It was sincere.
I mean, I'm just saying. The only people who gonna say it's sincere are the people who like to circle like and don't admit they're wrong. People who don't want to admit they're wrong. So wait, hold on. The conflict. It says, how do we resolve the conflict so that we are both heard and fulfilled? That was your question. That was your thing. So how do we do that now?
Doing what we just did.
What?
That we talk about it. And I think I've learned to really, I guess, dig deep into my I guess convictions. You know what I'm saying?
Convictions.
Into the reason. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean into the reason for what?
For the conflict.
The reason that you don't want to say you're wrong.
Right. And for the conflict. I'm not talking about the being wrong part.
Okay.
I'm talking about conflict.
When we're resolving a conflict.
Yes,
when we have a disagreement.
Right. Because what I would do, I think in the past was I wouldn't reveal how I was really feeling.
Oh.
So a lot was going unsaid on my part.
But your body language wasn't saying it. Your body language was saying it.
But I was
face was saying it all.
Face was saying it all. But I wasn't, I felt like I was getting in a way short end of the stick. But I didn't fully, explain because I just wanted it to be over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like debating stuff. I just don't. That's just not in my nature, I guess. I just don't. I know I need to when necessary.
You just don't like losing. Because you just said
it depends on what it is.
You said I'm getting a short end of the stick.
Worth it. Some things are worth it for me to win. Some things not. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm being real.
Yeah, you are being real.
Mm-hmm.
And so y'all, we have only had like 3 or 4 knockdown, drag out arguments where we like screaming at the top of our lungs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always over stupid stuff.
Ooh.
The stupidest of things. And it's always because she would circle argue and wouldn't give it up.
Right.
And what I would tell her, like, what I learned to say, this is what I learned. See, we're talking about. I'm glad I remember this scenario. Because what I learned to say in the last few years was, hey, I ain't got no filter.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got no filter. So we going there? I don't have no filter. I'm going to respond cocked up from the rocks up.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm just, today is not the day.
Mm-hmm.
I throw that lob across the front bow. Generally, it's received.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, my bad.
Yep.
But it's the days where I don't get to throw that lob and say, hey, I ain't got no filter today.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're doing is really, really rubbing me.
Mm-hmm.
Really rubbing me, right? So like the last one we got into, y'all, it was over garlic.
It was over garlic. It was
onions.
several.
Was it onions or garlic?
Garlic, I think.
It's garlic.
Yeah.
chop the
think
garlic.
it was garlic.
Chopping the garlic, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was chopping the garlic and I cut myself, right? And I was already hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we talk about the feet hurting, right?
Yep.
So I was hurting, but I was cooking. I'm cooking. In our family dynamic, I love to cook. She loves to clean.
Well, you love to cook and I hate it. I can throw down. I don't like it.
Well, I was going to give you your props.
Yeah, I know, but I'm going to tell the people.
Yeah. Tell the people, girl. Tell the people, girl.
He loves cooking. He loves to create. He loves it. I will clean. I'm comfortable doing that. I don't like cooking. I can cook and I can throw down. I don't like it. Thanks, Mama.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Mama.
Thank you, Mama.
For teaching us how to cook, all four of us. However, I hate it. And
she does.
I do.
And so that was an agreement we made.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was an agreement we
Early
made
on.
when we got together.
Yeah.
We said outside is mine,
Mm-hmm.
inside is hers.
Right.
And then we started talking about, the other stuff like cooking and cleaning. And she said it like she just said it. She's been consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I hate cooking.
I do.
And I said, well, I ain't got no problem with that. I said, but I don't want to clean. She says, well, if you cook, I'll clean.
And we've had that agreement
Day
since
one.
then. Day one.
Day one. I cook, she cleans. Now, just so, disclaimer, when I cook, I'm cleaning as I go.
Yes.
So I don't just leave the kitchen all blowed up, So I'm cleaning as I go.
And usually if you're cooking, I'm in the kitchen cleaning
while
you cook.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, so either way, but I'm still cleaning up behind myself. And so when she got to cook, it's pretty much just the dishes and the pots, what we used, for the meal. So, so this day I'm cooking and I accidentally cut myself and I'm in pain. And she said, wait, she said, go ahead on, don't worry about it. And she had a meal, right? She had a meal. I'd already done hers, but I was doing something for me. And I was hungry. I mean,
Were you vegetarian then?
I had taken meds, something like that. I don't know. But it was my meal that I was cooking.
I don't remember.
You had something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to cook mine. And he was like, no. I got it. I'm gonna cut the garlic. I was like, all right, cool. So I go sit down and I'm watching TV. About 30 minutes pass by. Because I still gotta cook. I said, babe. No. About 30 minutes pass by, right? She comes back in and sits down next to me. And I say, hey, you chopped that garlic? You're like, no, I didn't do that yet. I said, babe, it's been 30 minutes. Sean, I know the garlic. I know I'm going to chop it. I mean, I've been doing all the other stuff. I just had to sit down for a second. I said, babe, I ain't got no filter today. No, it's been 30 minutes. Well, Sean, I'm telling you, I know I got to chop your garlic. I know and she started getting loud. She circled because we talked. Did you chop the garlic? Is the question. Nope. Chop the garlic. I mean, I've been cleaning. She only admitted to not chopping the garlic once whenever she realized that she forgot, but she wouldn't say she forgot.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in there cleaning, Sean. What you want? I mean, I got my food. Exactly. I got medicine I got to take, and I got to cook my food, and I'm hungry, and I've been sitting here 30 minutes. I'm going to go chop the garlic.
I did not cuss.
Oh, you did cuss at some point. You did cuss. Oh, because we was in here, and it went from talking like this
just scream.
So we were both hollering at the top of our lungs. I just want you to admit that you didn't chop the fucking garlic. What do you want from me? I was cleaning. I said, and you still won't admit that you didn't chop the garlic. This is what I'm talking about. Oh my God. Well, all right, Sean. I didn't chop the garlic. Are you happy now? I didn't chop the garlic. we both veins popping. Man, I look at her.
We both had a breakdown.
I'm just hot.
Yeah.
I'm hot. And I said, ooh. And I just walked out the door. I got in the car and I drove away. I'm driving and I get 5 minutes down the road and I just bust out laughing. I said, garlic.
Garlic.
People out here struggling in a relationship. They struggling in a relationship, ain't got no kind of communication. They just, they trying to make it through the day, and we having a knockdown drag out about garlic.
Headed to divorce court.
Headed to divorce court over garlic.
Oh boy.
Look, did I come back? She's still hot.
Still.
And still not admitting that she, then talking about, I chopped the garlic. Oh my God. Oh my God. Came back. And, I don't stay mad long. She does, on the other hand.
It takes me longer to get through it. It takes me longer.
So I come back and I'm like, man. And, I come back and I'm trying to stay mad, but I can't, because it's just funny to me that we argued about garlic like somebody had cheated or stole something.
And here cutting up.
Because she didn't want to admit
Cutting up.
that she didn't do it.
Cutting up.
And I didn't have a filter. So I did not want to let her slide that day. I was like, you're going to admit that you didn't do this when you said you was going to do this. Even for you don't care about me. I'm up here. I'm hungry. I got to do this thing. Oh, it was crazy.
It
y'all.
was.
If we could have recorded that, oh my God, that would have went viral. Couple loses their stuff over garlic.
Man,
they lose their crap over garlic. But at the end of the day, to talk about conflict resolution, talking about it. So somebody's got to have the cooler head. Somebody's got to be the one to be like, hey, can we talk about what happened? So, she ain't talking about it. So we sitting down and I go, hey, I said, you all right? Yeah, I'm all right. I said, well, and I make a joke because that's how I do. So, you don't look like you all right. Look like you're still hot in the drawers. And he said, I don't want to laugh right now.
No, I don't want to laugh.
I don't want to laugh right now. I said, well, you do. You look a little hot in the drawers. And I'm like, man, how come I said, I didn't have a filter. I told you I didn't have a filter. I said, we had a knockdown drag out about garlic. And then she broke and then she started laughing. And then we're sitting there laughing, crying, laughing about the fact that we just lost our stuff over garlic. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show you how, if you're not on top of it, if you're not on top of it, how the smallest things can send you into the biggest. Laughing. Yeah. The smallest things can send you into the biggest things. Okay. Down here in Southwest Louisiana, we call it a traca. The smallest things can make the biggest traca. And so, that was, I think that was a turning point for us. The garlic was a turning point for us. I think because after that, I was more conscious of not allowing myself, because at that point I fully embraced it. I'm like,
you went all in.
I went all in. I'm like, if you gonna sit up here and lie to me like this, and I'm telling you I ain't got no filter, then you gonna get all this energy. I'm about to give you. And the house is big. The house is hauly. It's boomy, so it reverberates. So we hollering, and when we stop hollering, it goes. We can hear it, Yep. And it's just crazy. And so we're gonna wrap it up on this. So we've had a few of those conversations, and nothing to that level. That was, the garlic was actually the biggest one we've ever had.
Oh yeah,
the biggest knockdown. And the other thing we had was nothing. We had none of the three. I'm saying three. I'm gonna say three. Only three. Knockdown, drag out, just hollering to what a point where we got to go to our respective corners. Two, maybe three. But we've had situations in which we do raise our voices, and there had come a point in our relationship that I told her, I said, hey, remember when I told you that I don't want to be hollering all the time? I said, you holler all the time. I don't be hollering. So you're hollering now. So I told her, I said, listen, I'm going to match your energy. So if you want to holler all the time and you want this house to be a hollering house, then just keep on hollering because I'm gonna match it because I need you to feel how it feels to be hollered at on a regular basis for nothing, right? And so I took that approach.
And hollering is so funny because hollering is a normal response. It's been a normal response. You know,
talk about that because I've been talking the whole time. You've been just letting me talk about it.
Hollering has been a normal response, as in like almost like just having a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
You still do it.
Yeah. I catch myself, but I still do it. But it's been like when you say hollering, a lot of people may take it as in screaming, just being like just at you. But it's been it's almost like a normal.
Well, that's what it was.
That's
what it is.
No, but a lot of times I don't even realize I've elevated. To me, in my head, it's like you just normal talk.
Yeah, well, what'll happen is be like, baby, I need to. I'm about to. Baby, did you something? What? Why you asking if I did that? Baby, why you hollering? I'm not hollering. and I just look, and you go. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally the volume, y'all. That's the volume.
Yeah.
It's like, hey baby, hey baby, did you see the song? What? I mean, Sean, what you I'm like, you hollering? No, I'm not. Why are you saying I'm hollering? I'm not hollering. I'm just answering your question. What? You asking me what? What? Baby, you hollering. And y'all, you gotta understand something. I know she's not mad.
I'm not mad at all.
But she got the face.
Yeah.
Where if I
I'm not mad at all.
I didn't know.
Yeah, if you didn't know me.
If I didn't know, I would think that she was mad. Mm-hmm. You know,
and I'm not.
And there are times when I blow off and be like, yo, bro, you gonna stop hollering at me. You know, and then she tells me. But what I learned at that point was whenever she would holler, I would always give her two or three ways out.
Mm-hmm.
She would never take it.
I wouldn't recognize it.
She never.
I wouldn't recognize it.
She never took it.
No, wouldn't recognize it.
And so I would holler back.
Mm-hmm.
And
then I was shocked. I was shocked.
So talk about that. Talk about how that feels.
I mean, I'm like, oh man, yeah, I was shocked, like because I didn't, like I said earlier, I didn't hear myself.
Mm-hmm.
You heard me, but I didn't. Mm-hmm. So when you responded, it shocked me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But it didn't shock her enough to stop hollering.
No, no, that was a habit.
Because that's
more of a habit.
Later on, they same thing.
That's a habit. So that was a really bad habit that I've had to work on.
So you want to talk to the hollerers right quick in these last few minutes?
Just be conscious of take these glasses off because boy, you got me in here crying. Ooh, Lord, so funny. Just be conscious of what you allow to come out and what you allow to come out and how it sounds to the other person. Thank God he knew me well enough to know when, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, when I wasn't coming at him. Because it could have been a whole lot worse. You could have responded in so many other ways, and so just be conscious of that. And if you grew up in a home where voices were raised, like my mom and my dad, they never they never yelled and stuff at each other. But I can remember in family where we talked loud. Our responses were loud. I mean, your family too, right?
Yeah, but our responses are loud, but we're all talking loud, but there's no tone to it. There's no
Well,
aggression to it.
loud and tone.
But y'all got loud and tone.
Loud and tone. So that was a part of me. So if I've had to really, really be conscious and try to break that and be conscious of what's going on in my head before I allow it to go out. And then I have the face too. So a lot of times I don't have to say anything. My face says it all. So that part, and so just be conscious of it. If you grew up that way, or if you grew up that way, that means you're conditioned for it. So it's a hard habit to break, because that's what it is. It's a habit.
It's a habit.
A really bad habit. And just be conscious of that, because it could cause really, 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 really bad issues. In your marriage and your family.
Mm-hmm.
It really can. So I've been working on that.
Hey, yeah, because and I'll be honest with y'all, I didn't pray about matching the energy. That wasn't what I prayed about. I just got tired of being hollered at. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna match this energy. You want to holler, we're gonna holler. I said, so if you want to holler, we're gonna holler. And I left it alone. And the next day it was tested.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that for probably about 5-6 months.
Yeah. It was tested because you didn't pray about it.
Yeah. I mean,
definitely.
I'm admitting it.
Yeah.
And so, but what the Holy Spirit let me see every time I hollered, that jump back that you did,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. And so we'll end it with this. The Holy Spirit, really, really just touched my heart and told me exactly what to say. And I sat her down one day and I said, hey, remember when I told you I was going to match your energy? And I have been. If you hollering, I said, well, baby, I said, listen, I realize that whenever I match your energy and I holler, that it hits you differently.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and I don't like seeing you hurt. And even though you holler at me all the time, when I holler at you, it really hurts me to see you look at me with that look. Even though I'm hollering you with the same intensity that you hollered at me. I said, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to endeavor to never holler at you. I'm never going to raise my voice at you again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
you haven't.
And I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, I won't be the source. I won't be the source of any discomfort for you. That's not my goal.
All right.
You up here making me cry with your little. Is it onion?
That was sweet.
Are there onions anywhere? How'd you feel when I said that? Because she's not the big talker, so I lay out this beautiful thing like, baby, I'm gonna raise my raise my voice.
I felt great. I felt safe, and I also felt that okay, now you need to work on the way you respond. You need to think about what you say before you allow it to come out of your mouth. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
And in true devil form, the next day we had an opportunity to test it. We had an opportunity. My mom was here and we were talking about something, and I mean, she just went in, the neck pop, the tone, and I remember what she said, but it was personal. And everything just rose. And I said, you don't get to do that. And then I went, what did you say? And I went, listen. And then I'm firmly talking, but I'm not raising my voice.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, listen. Da, 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 da. And then after I got over the initial rage, because she had just said what she said, then now I'm not even raising my voice. But it's a thing where you have to do it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you'll get tested really quick. And that was the last time. And I endeavor to you on this international platform right here to never raise my voice ever. This is official. Now everybody knows it. Look, now everybody know.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too.
With everything I got and everything I have to come. Ooh.
Bet.
Yes, indeed. So we're gonna end on that beautiful note while we both got some little, moist eyes up in here. Better Marriage Daily, tips to learn how to love each other in spite of each other. I'm Sean.
And I'm V.
And y'all go ahead on and like and subscribe, and we'll catch y'all on the live. All right. Peace. Baby, I'm gonna take my time.